everything you get.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's a Browns first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
First and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he will score! Touchdown, Browns. That is his 16th touchdown of the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
The extra point is good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
It's a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Now a run on first down. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Linebacker Troy Anderson there to make the play. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. Here's Judkins. A gain there of 11. First down, Cleveland.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Raheem Sanders. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Here's a screen now for Sanders. Down inside the 10. And he's in! Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. 2nd and 11.
At the Browns' 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And nice work after the catch. It stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Sticks moving, keep it moving. Hop, go. Ready, ready.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Let's get in the game.
Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
So we'll get a second and goal when we return. 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they come up now second and goal.
No, let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Smash, smash.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Ready? 70 Lions. Panther Street, Panther Street. Go.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Gonzalez takes on the extra point. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Falcons 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now, faking the give. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Eddie Goldman. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Handoff here, up the middle, maybe a couple there. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. First down and more past midfield. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns. That is second touchdown of the game and 17 for the season. The PAT up and good. And the Browns will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Geno Stone with the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll go play action now with Penix. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And third down coming up.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Third and 6.
Warriors, 70, 70, 60 Bobcat, 60.
Throwing is Penix. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So fourth down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 9-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's a second and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Moving outside the pocket. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down. Forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
This is third and 6. He'll drop to throw. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fannin. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They run out of the gun with Sanders. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brings up second and 9.
22 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Here's 3rd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Out to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Browns will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Off the name, first of all, you ain't back long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this 1st half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
On 2nd down, Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You could chalk that one up as a win defensively.
It is 3rd and 10.
18 ready. Liking 18.
Now Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 17-yard line.
And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
Here's Sanders. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Xavier Watts there to bring him down. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get up.
On play action, Penix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Finding space at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. Gonzalez now for the point out. The kick is good. And the Falcons back within 10. It's now 24-14.
Falcons 14. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
That's good.
A big play to kick off this drive. Gains an even 70 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Sanders will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
To throw is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Plant. It's Penix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be. because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Come on,
1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's the lefty, Penix. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll manage only a couple. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. On 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd, they need 8.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Penix. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the 2nd half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much worse.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
He's trying to start on the ground. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be 3rd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
It is 3rd and long.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. The Falcons getting their punter out there. And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Okay, ready? Let's go now.
They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And that one incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
You're going to go play action with Penix. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From the 23, here's second down and 7. Here's Penix. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
A gain of
15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Throwing again, it's Penix. A dive and a catch. Incredible. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
And you love to see this. You find yourself here in the fourth quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ballgame.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Let's go now. 19.
Penix going to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Falcons 21. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play action fake. Nobody bit on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
A run. It's Sanders. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get 25 on that connection. It's a Browns first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man downfield is Fannin, the tight end. And he will score. Harold Fannin. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his third touchdown catch this year. The extra point is good. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Shut up!
On play action, Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
22 yards.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set!
On first down, it's Penix. He's got his target, and that's Pitts. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
Gain of 10 yards.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From the 29, here's second down and 7.
60 Eagle! 60 Eagle! Trap 60! Trap 60!
Again, it's Penix. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Makes the score Browns 38, Falcons 28.
So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. The extra point is up and through. And the Browns are going to extend their lead.
Falcons 28.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's your money, y'all. I put money down on all of us. All my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to shut it down. Whenever I got your money up.
Let's stay 19. Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Motion. Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
go, Shaq. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
On second down, here's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Go. 60 Bobcat, 60. Grab ball 80. Get in the end zone, fellas. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. That is incomplete. Here we go. There goes what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70. Ready, ready.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs. Running is Sanders. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs.